This video will be the only video that you need to understand exactly how to manifest money. I hope you take out a pen and paper because I'll be giving you everything that I've learned and used the past 4 years. That has helped me go from somebody who struggled financially to then somebody who manifested a business that does over $10,000 every single month. Now, to first start manifesting money, I want you to understand this one simple concept, which is money is nothing but a frequency. You can hustle all day long and you can try to work all day long, but if you don't vibrate on the money frequency, then you will never attract it into your life. And I say this because I was the kind of guy who would get up every morning. When I first started my first ever business, which was a marketing agency, I would get up every single morning and I would take action. But then for months on end, it literally took me 6 months to find any results. And as I would go back to that period of time and I would track how I would behave, I would notice that I never vibrated on the money frequency. I would always be worried about money. I would always be hustling for money. I would always be desperate for it. And I used to think back then that in order to just change your frequency, you just have to change your thoughts. Now, although that's true, however, it's not really the full equation, because also during that period of time, I used to just like write down my affirmations in a piece of paper. I used to scream out my affirmations in the mirror, but then I would never find any results. And that's when I found out that it's not really about the affirmation or the visualization or the scripting that does the magic, is the feeling. Because the feeling, when you associate yourself with the feeling of money, that's when you change your frequency. And when you change your frequency, that's when you start to attract circumstances and events that align with that new frequency. I did not vibrate on that kind of level because I was too focused on the affirmations and how to say the perfect affirmation, and I would always focus on the techniques instead of changing my frequency, aka changing my feelings. So know this, that if you want to vibrate on the money frequency, don't worry about the manifestation technique that you use. You could be visualizing or meditating or imagining. Honestly, you could be doing none of that. But if you could just get in a moment where you stay still and you completely just shift your inner state to I already have money, and you begin to feel as if you already have money, that's when you will see things start to appear. Now, the problem is it could be very easy for you to fall back to old frequencies, because I used to do that all the time when I would like change my frequency, but then I would go back and be afraid to, let's say, open up my bank account. I would be afraid to look at the numbers that are in there. I would be afraid to spend some money on a burrito or something that I wanted to buy to really just enjoy. I used to be afraid to buy Cinnabons even. And that kind of fear always put me back in old frequencies. However, you shouldn't really punish yourself if you fall back to old frequencies. All you should be doing is, the moment you see yourself like, taking your energy and shifting it to old frequencies, stop, kind of just reverse backwards and say an affirmation that you could feel that feels true to you. Because you could use an affirmation that you can take from ChatGPT or an affirmation that you took from TikTok, for example. But if it doesn't feel real to you, then it's never going to work. What I used to do back then, I would try to associate my affirmation with something that I wanted to buy or something that I wanted to do. So I would look around and then I would be like, okay, what does my business need, or what do I want to buy? At that time, when I first started running a business, I wanted to buy a new MacBook because my MacBook was absolutely horrendous. It didn't actually run. It would even get to a point where I would have to use my mother's old 2015 laptop to run my business. Of course, that wasn't good in itself, but I used to always associate my affirmation with something that I wanted to buy. So at that time, I would be like, it's very good for me to have that kind of money because now I'm able to afford what I want whenever I want. So again, always do your best to associate what you want with the affirmation. Instead of just saying some generic affirmation, sit down for a moment, pick up a piece of paper and ask yourself, what do I want to buy? Who do I want to help? Do I want to help my parents? Do I want to help myself out? Do I want to retire my parents? Do I want to give my siblings some gifts? Whatever it is, see what you truly desire and then attach that with the affirmation that you're trying to embody. So you can begin to feel that sense of, oh, I have that money to solve X problem, or I have that money to buy that thing that I want, or I have that money to help my parents out. Whatever it is, make sure that the affirmation that you use is associated with something you desire to have, be, or do, so it feels real to you. And that is the first concept, which is money is nothing but a frequency, and you can change your frequency by saying something that feels real and true to you that you could embody at all times. Now, the second thing is meditating on an image. You're always taught that in order to change your beliefs, you have to rewire your subconscious mind, and you're always given these like techniques of how to rewire your subconscious mind. Script your reality down on a piece of paper, or wait for when it's a full moon, write everything down and then burn it, or do yoga. There's so many ways to reprogram your subconscious mind, and I am here to tell you that you don't have to use all these techniques. The technique that I will give you is very simple, and I want you to just pick up a piece of paper and write it down, because trust me, it is the only thing that has helped me, and I'm very confident that it will help you also. Before you first implement the technique that I'm about to tell you, I want you to just first decide on what you want. You want to manifest a certain amount of money every single month? Fair enough. Just write it down on a piece of paper so you can really just get an idea of what you want. Is it manifesting more subscribers on YouTube? Is it manifesting a new car? Whatever it is, type it down or get a clear idea of what it is that you want, so then you can move on to the technique itself. Now, the technique is very simple. It's literally doing nothing but relaxing, and then imagining that scene, imagining that picture in full detail. If you can't visualize fully, that's completely fine. But then just imagine that scene in your mind and then embody it as if that is who you are right here, right now. Now, when I mean relax, I mean I want you to completely let go of everything that you do. Completely let go of the outer world, sit down on a chair, listen to binaural beats, because when you're relaxed, that's when you're able to access the subconscious mind to impress it with new beliefs and new images and new identities. And the problem is, people do not teach you that. People teach you techniques where it requires physical labor. I say no. Don't type it down on a piece of paper. Don't worry about screaming out your affirmations. No, be relaxed, be still, completely just let go of everything. Let go of the outer world, let go of everything that's going on, and just listen to binaural beats. Ideally, alpha binaural beats. Put headphones on, listen to them, and then take 5 deep inhales, and then exhale. In each breath, just imagine your body completely relaxing. Tell it to relax, tell it to let go. Keep breathing until you feel like your body is like half asleep. You will know when you relax. It will feel like as if you can't really move your body. That's how you will know you relax. When you get to that point, then imagine the scene or the picture or whatever it is. If you don't know how to visualize, you can just have a simple image in your mind or a simple affirmation. Repeat it, embody it. That's all you need to do. As long as it feels real to you, and as long as you keep embodying that picture and embody that emotion, it will become a part of your beliefs, aka your new identity. But I will say this, make sure you do this every day. I hate when people say, manifestation is instant. Say this affirmation in 5 minutes and watch your life change. Or do this once and watch your life completely change forever. That's not how manifestation works. Manifestation is never instant unless that natural state is achieved. That natural state of, I already have XYZ, or I'm already doing XYZ. If you're not in that natural state of I already have what I'm looking for, then it's never going to materialize. Now, when is the best time for you to do it? I personally find it best to either do it when I first wake up or before I go to bed. I personally structure my day when I wake up, I just pray, and then before I go to bed, I meditate. You can do the same, or you can mix it up. You can pray and then you can do it throughout your day multiple times, whatever it is. It honestly just depends on your schedule and how busy you are. As long as you're following the practice on a day-to-day basis, you will eventually find that moment where you're not afraid about money, when you're not afraid when your video works and gets tons of views or not. You will not be afraid if you do close that client or not. You will not be afraid to check your bank balance. The moment that natural state of I already have it is achieved is when you can go to the last step, which is making sure you take action. I am the only person in the law of attraction space and in the manifestation space who will humbly tell you that the people who preach online the idea of you can just meditate and manifest and do nothing are complete BS. I don't know in what world does it actually mean to sit down, visualize something and embody something and it appears. That's not how it works. We're not gods, okay? We're human beings, you and I, which means we need to do our part. If God created the universe, he literally created the universe with his bare hands through work. How do you expect us to be better than God and just sit around, meditate on stuff and see it appear? That's not how it works. In order to bring something into existence, you first have to embody it, vibrate on the frequency of it, then take action to bring it into existence. Now you may say, well, what kind of action should I take? And the answer to that is very simple. I always say, give help to receive help. Meaning, give people the support that they need so then life can reward you with what you want, which is money. What I do is I basically see what sort of problem have I been able to solve in the past. One problem that I always used to face all the time, which is having anxiety and stress. I used to be somebody who was very anxious and very stressed out. And thankfully, after following a set of meditations and breath works and developing certain habits every single day, I was able to go from somebody who was stressful and anxious all the time to somebody who is at peace with himself. Now that is a transformation. And there are a bunch of people around the world who go through the exact same problem that I go through. So what I decided to do is just simply go out there and help people. I really just told myself, listen, I know there are people out there who go through the exact same problem that I went through and who would need the kind of guidance that I didn't find and would be able to benefit from what I was able to achieve. So why not go out there and help them solve the exact same problem? And that was my business, which was helping people with anxiety. And 30 days after starting that business, I made $11,500. Why was I able to achieve that amount? Because one, I already pretended that I already have the success that I want and I'm already making the money that I wish to make, and I embodied that until it became a natural state. And then I decided to go out there, take action by doing something authentic to me, something that's helpful to people, something that will not only just benefit me, but also benefit the people who come interact with me. Because money is not really a single transaction where you get to make some money and then that's it. No, you have to offer something in order to get something. You want to get money, then you have to offer something that puts you in a position to get money. So what you should be doing is really just ask yourself, what kind of stuff have I been able to achieve in my life? What are some things that am I good at? What some skills do I have that not a lot of people have and could benefit from if they have? After you pick that, after you pick the problem that you solved or the thing that you're good at, tell yourself, I want to go out there and help people do the exact same thing that I have done for myself. Go out there and tell yourself, listen, I'm going to be helping people achieve the exact same transformations that I have achieved either in my personal life or professional life. And after you decide on that, get out there and make videos. Talk about what you already know, help people out for free, and then you will see people come to you and ask you for guidance. And when they do that, then you're able to charge money. This is what I've done with every single business that I've created. My first ever business, which was a marketing agency, I sold a service in exchange for money. My current business is an anxiety coaching business, and I make money through it every single month by giving people guidance. Now, the reason why I tell you to put yourself out there and do all that kind of stuff is because you may not have money to invest into advertising. Me, I was able to achieve success in my business quite fast because I had the last bits of money to my name that I could just gush in through ads. And when I did that, that's when clients came to me fast. Now, for you, it may take some time. It may take a week, 2 weeks, a month maybe. It will all come down to two simple things. One, are you the person that you wish to be right now? And two, are you being authentic with the thing you're trying to sell to people? Again, money is nothing but a transaction. You do something, you get money. It's not for free. You don't get money for free. And that is exactly how I used the law of attraction to manifest money into my life. Now, you have a few options on the table after everything that I just mentioned. Either one, you can just go ahead and rewatch this video so you're always reminded with everything that I said. Make sure you take down extra notes, maybe some stuff you haven't paid attention to. So it's always really just good to rewatch everything to make sure you have everything down on your piece of paper. Or two, I simply just invite you to book a call with me down below, and I want to help you not just change your beliefs, not just change your identity so you're always attracting circumstances and events that help you manifest money, but I also want to help you build the exact same business that I've built for myself so you're always manifesting money without really having to wait for the universe to bring you the perfect opportunities. However, if you do not want to work with me, that is completely fine. Make sure you have all your notes taken down. Feel free to leave a sub and a like. Comment down below what you want to manifest, why you want to manifest it. Tell me your stories. Give me any questions that you want me to answer, and I'm more than happy to answer them. And I hope to see you in the next chit chat.